Hello and welcome back to the Stay Sure Wellbeing YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Dawn Harper and today I'd like to share with you my top 5 tips on keeping our cholesterol levels down. Unfortunately, heart disease remains the biggest killer of British adults, and heart attacks, actually in over half of heart attacks, cholesterol is part of the problem. So really important that we keep our cholesterol levels in check. Now obviously some people will need medication, but for many of us there's lots we can do to try to maintain healthy cholesterol levels. So here we go. Tip number 1 is to watch your fat intake. Fat intake should really only account for a maximum of 1/3 of our total calories, and of that only 1/3 should be saturated fat. Saturated fats are things like butter and cream, and foods that are high in saturated fats are things like biscuits, crisps, pastries, cakes and processed meats. So try to cut back on those, but also think about swapping, for example, full fat milk to skimmed milk. Maybe using yogurt instead of cream, perhaps stopping the crisps and opting for dried fruit or some unsalted nuts. Those sorts of changes will help to reduce your saturated fat intake. Tip number 2 is to increase your fibre. Really important that we take home that message of 5 portions of fruit and veg a day, because fruit and vegetables are high in fibre. But other foods that are high in fibre include things like oats, beans, lentils and so on. So think about adding those into your diet. And always, wherever possible, opt for whole grain varieties. So rather than white bread, go for granary bread. Rather than white rice, opt for brown rice. Tip number 3 is to move. Exercising regularly will bring your cholesterol level down, and it doesn't have to be a class in a fancy gym. Simply walking briskly for 30 minutes every day will bring your cholesterol down. So whatever you do, opt for something that you enjoy, that you can see yourself still doing in weeks and months to come. Maybe arrange to exercise with a friend so that when your motivation is lacking, hopefully his or hers won't be. But make sure that you do something that fits in with your week so that you can maintain your activity levels and keep your cholesterol levels in check. Tip number 4 is give up smoking. Unfortunately, smoking raises bad cholesterol and reduces good cholesterol, so really important that you give up the cigarettes. So please do have a conversation with your GP and practice nurse. The good news is that there are smoking cessation services throughout the country that are readily available for you to help you to give up smoking. And my 5th tip is to watch the booze. Alcohol puts a strain on the liver, and we need a healthy liver in order to clear bad cholesterol from our bodies. Recommended units are just 14 units a week for both men and women, and we also recommend that you have at least 2 dry days a week. And I'd like to just give you a simple way of calculating your units, because I think a lot of us underestimate what we are actually drinking. The percent alcohol that you're drinking is equivalent to the number of units of that alcohol in a litre of that fluid. So to make the maths easy, let's assume we're drinking 12% wine, and of course most wines today are probably 13 or perhaps nearer 14%. But if you were drinking 12% wine, what that means is there are 12 units in a litre of that wine. So in a standard 3/4 litre bottle there would be 9 units. And of course, if you're pouring a glass of wine at home, it's likely to be a large 250ml glass, which means that just a single glass of wine could be 3 units. It's easy to see how easily we can go over those recommended 14 units a week. But important that we try not to in order to maintain a healthy cholesterol. I hope that's helped, and I hope that you all enjoy your new healthy lifestyle. Take care.